Welcome to today's sessions of Creative Minds. For this session, you should have watched the video by artist Eliza Neisenbaum, who talks about her paintings that she did at the Tate Liverpool, inspired by the key workers. I went to that exhibition. I found it an amazing colourful show to go and view, and I found it very uplifting, and I thought it would be a lovely one to do for our session. For this task, you need your oil pastels, which your teacher will hopefully have. You can use some of my silhouette visuals, or you can draw your own out, so you've got a choice. So you can either use the silhouettes I provided or draw your own, and you will also have seen some of the examples by Eliza Neisenbaum's work. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I asked you to kind of create a piece of work based on heroes. They don't have to be key workers, but I thought, given the link to the artist, that was quite a good reference. You can, again, as I said, use my template or draw your own. I've drawn my own out here, which I'm just going to show you. And what I want to do is to give you some tips on how to use oil pastel. Now, the one thing you'll notice about her work is it's very colourful, it's very bright, which is why I thought the oil pastels are particularly good for this task. She also even paints the windows in Alderhay Hospital area here. Even those are really vibrant and really bright. So I want to show you some layering techniques. You can either do head and shoulders portrait, or you could do one of the full portraits on the PowerPoint, which I provided, or you could draw your own hero. This is one of mine, of a key worker. I've also added the idea of rainbows and shapes in the background, rather like I've seen in Neisenbaum's pictures for inspiration. Okay, so let's look at oil pastels. If you've not used them before, one thing about oil pastels is you can layer them. They're great for layering, building colour. So, for example, with my rainbow, you'll see when you actually put the oil pastel down, you see the white paper underneath through it. What I've then done is I've gone back over it, so I've got several shades of red here, and I've actually blended them together, overlaid them together to build up nice areas of colour. So what you want to do is try and put lots and lots of thin layers on, rather than trying to press really hard and do one thick layer. Lots and lots of thin layer to build up your colours. Now, when you come to the skin colour, if you look at her work, you'll see a lot of her skin colour, she uses things like lilacs, pinks and yellows, to create shadows. So your skin colours don't have to necessarily be exactly as you might think, and you can use several colours. So I'm going to actually layer up some pinks like this. I'm going to add in some of these sort of cerise colours to really make it reflect the artist. And remember, I said it's about layering and building up colour. Okay, so you can start to mix and blend them really effectively. The other thing I would say to you is, if you look, I'm also working in a sort of diagonal direction. This helps me control the oil pastel a little bit better. So if you put the oil pastel down in a sort of diagonal, rather than trying to go like this or lots of different directions, try and maybe use it in a diagonal technique so that you can enable the layer of colour to be even. Alright, so it's having a little go, and you'll end up with some really vibrant, hopefully colourful examples of these sort of respect key worker sort of themed pieces that we want to make. Okay, what would be really lovely is at the end if we can photograph them and create a little celebratory sort of exhibition of your work on the school virtual gallery. So that would be really lovely. So layering up and building up colour, the main tip really is to think in lots of thin layers rather than thick layers. Also for things like hair, so for example, I've got some hair here on mine, you could use some sort of like wavy lines, texture marks to create the idea of hair. Again, blending and building lots of different colours together. Okay, so this is today's session then, oil pastels and having a little bit of fun creating compositions. You can either draw your own, you can draw them directly on the template, or mix and match, develop your own ideas. Have fun.